Kevin.
Bro, so sorry.
It's okay, dude. Yeah, like I tweeted and I figured like we were talking about that on break. We figured something had come up, Kev.
Yeah, I'm not going to tweet it and not show up.
I know, that's what I said he tweeted. He tweeted earlier. Kevin Sizemore, actor, producer, husband, and dad from, you're originally from West Virginia, but now in LA, correct?
Yes, sir. I've been out here about 21 hard, long years.
That's what I was going to say. I saw you were acting since like 88, correct?
Yeah, I've been out there for a while.
Has acting changed in those years at all?
Dramatically. I was just talking with some guys the other day, well, actually today, to another buddy of mine, how back in the day we used to try to sneak on the set and we'd knock on doors and slide our headshots under doors and drop them in windows and automatically happen to be where the casting director might be walking out of a coffee shop. And it was a different world, you know. Now it's all about your social media status and everything's online and you're videotaping, and it's a whole different marketplace. I miss the old ways.
I was gonna ask, like, what you prefer. Like, is it easier now? Because even in like the podcast world, it just seems like an oversaturation now.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, and I guess you can equate this to, you know, the older guys are like, oh, you guys watch all that silly stuff on TV. I like a good old Western. That's what I like. I like just a Western. Well,
yes.
I guess I feel like I'm an old man. I like the old stuff.
Yes.
The older I get, the more I revert back.
Even like musically, like I remember my friend back in the late 90s or early 2000s, like pressing, you know, burning CDs, like bringing them out on the street and selling them. And yeah, now you're just like promoting your YouTube channel or your SoundCloud or whatever. Yes, it is. It's a different game. I didn't realize it hit acting that
when
much.
I was younger, even when I was younger, like even in junior high, my son, who's turning 14 next month, he doesn't get it. But I used to like have to listen to the radio and wait for that song. And it's, hey, coming up next, we're going to be playing so-and-so from a request from Kevin Sizemore. Oh, God, I got to get the recorder ready, because you have to hit the record and the play button at the same time or you miss it.
Or do you remember like waiting hours because they said they were going to play a song? You waited like an hour or more and they never even played the song sometimes. You just sat there. Yes, you just waited. That's all you had.
Is they would do that. They play the song and they talk through the beginning of it, and then they cut off the song at the end. And you're like, man, that was the best part. So you got to give your girlfriend in 8th grade a song that's like, hey, everybody, here we go. And I don't want you to hear his voice. So, yeah. But, yeah, life is different, man. But congrats to you guys for going with the times, having a successful show, and moving forward. So, congrats.
Congrats to you, Kevin. I was going to ask, like, you've been in so much. You've been in from CSI Miami, Will and Grace, Matlock, I think The Weeds, 24, Fear the Walking Dead. What are you most known for?
You know, it depends on which market you look at. If you're into that sci-fi world, the Walking Dead 462 was pretty prominent because everyone knew that our show was a segue show online between the Walking Dead and the Fear the Walking Dead. It tied and bridged the gap. But if you're looking into, let's say, there's some of the I guess the faith-based world, it's more like Woodlawn, because a lot of people don't know Woodlawn, but it was a very, very good football movie about Tony Nathan. He was a true story running back from Birmingham, Alabama, and I played a football coach with Nick Bishop. I was his assistant coach, and John Boyd was in it, Sherry Shepard, Sean Astin, C. Thomas Howell. Great cast, great movie. And it was the last high school in the state of Alabama to integrate. So the blacks didn't want to be in that school, and the whites didn't want them coming. And we had to figure out how we were going to coexist together. And it was Tony Nathan's true story.
Wow.
Then he went on to Alabama, 2 championships, and he played for the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
And it's a football movie that is really, it's really hard pressing, and it's told in a very unique way, but it has a faith message to it. And when you talk to some of those groups, they know me from that, I guess.
That's cool.
And then we have a few Christmas movies out now. Believe is now on Netflix and Amazon Prime, and A Christmas Tree Miracle. So, I guess it kind of depends on which genre you're looking at, but those are the 3 best, I guess.
What was the show you knew him from, Slim?
Oh, well, no, I actually, I only watched a couple episodes of it, but I saw that you were in Under the Dome, and I had only watched a little bit of it because Dean Norris, I think his name, was in it, who played Hank in Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Did you get to meet him at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we had some good scenes with him. He's a good guy, man. He when I got killed on that show, I was actually pointing the gun at his face, and then a girl shot me in the back.
Wow. That's
cool.
amazing.
Well, you don't have to laugh. It's not funny. You know? Here's the way I found out I was dying. It's so funny. I'm on the treadmill in Wilmington, North Carolina. I'm Jazz. I'm doing X amount of episodes on a network show. It's fun. And I'm like, oh, man, it's 6 in the morning. I want to get the treadmill. I'm going to read the script. Because I always look at the beginning and the end. And I go, beginning, and I look at the end. I'm like, wait, where's my, okay, wait a minute, page 30. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Hey, honey, hello? Yeah, I'll be home in 2 weeks.
Oh, my God, Kevin. Wow.
They never tell you, you're in and you're out.
Wow. I was going to ask, too, you mentioned your son. Your son, Gunnar, is also an actor.
Yeah, he's on a new animated series that just got nominated for an Annie Award called Kung Fu Panda, The Paws of Destiny. That's on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
And it's been out for 3 weeks. And he plays the young panda Bao. Wow. And he has a movie coming out for Nickelodeon in March, an animated film as well. And we did a movie called, The World We Make. He's in that one. That comes out in 2019. And, of course, he plays the paper boy in Intensive Care, which was 3 years ago, believe it or not.
That was 3 years ago? Yeah, because that's how we connected. For Intensive Care, I booked you for this interview. And is that a thriller?
Yeah, it's got a bunch of different genres tied in together. I mean, it's really
it seemed like
it's really a female-driven stunt piece thriller, but it's got a little touch of comedy. It's kind of like that throwback, It's kind of those old movies. You don't make it more than it is, and it's just fun.
It is in a nutshell. It's 3 low-life criminals planning to rob an elderly woman, but the elderly woman's caregiver is a former special ops agent. I'm like, yes, it does.
Yep.
I saw the trailer, and yes, it did seem to have that bit of comedy in there as well. But the action looked really good, really good, Kevin.
Thank you. For an indie, low-budget film, we packed a lot of stuff into that 12 to 13, 14-day, whatever it was, shoot. I mean, we did. That money went a long way, and it's a testament to all the people who worked so hard, the cast and the crew. It was fun. Garrett Bentley, the director, actually was at my house last night, and we were reminiscing over it. And it was it's one of those projects where you look back and you go, man, that was fun to do.
Yeah, it looks. You're one of the criminals, correct?
Yeah, I play one of the bad guys, and there's 2 of us, myself and Jose Rosette are the bad guys, and the third. The bad guy. The third guy is Jay Rodriguez, who kind of sets up the whole thing because his grandmother is the one dying, and he's trying to sneak in and be like, "Hey, Granny, yeah, I hope you can give me the money." And she's like, "I'm not falling for your crap. You're getting nothing when I die." So he's got to find a way to get that money. So he hires us to come in and get the money while he tries to get the caregiver out of the house.
And I don't know, like I said, I haven't seen the movie. I saw the trailer, but there's a clip with her in a bathtub, and it's not completely full of blood, but it's you can tell there's blood in the water, and it just looks like, wow, what happened? It's a little disturbing,
Yeah, well, when you see all the stuff that she goes through to get to that point, she's tough, and she does a lot of stuff to us in that movie, which is really cool. It's a great female role.
I love that. And is that your company? Is that GKG Productions that made that?
I co-produced that with Jared in Genius. That those guys, they had the writing and they brought it all together. And they came to me, and then I came in and helped them at the back end produce part of it. Yep.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. And what is your character Seth like?
Seth is he's that guy when you go to a bar. Seth will he'll say he'll buy drinks for everyone, but then all of a sudden when the drinks come, he disappears.
He's gone. Yeah. All right. I love Seth. I love Seth, but yeah,
And then
like
he's the guy who disappears, and the other character, the other bad guy played by Jose, he kind of just lingers like, what, I have to pay for this?
What's just happened?
Seth's
Yeah.
gone. He's a showman. You know, he's a showman. He's kind of cocky and arrogant, and he's just he's a blue collar guy that thought he was going to make it big robbing back in the day, and it didn't go well. So now he's working a locksmith company. He's not doing too great, but he's getting by.
he's a swindler. I love Seth. He's a mover and shaker.
Yeah. And what's great about Jose's characters, we're the yin and yang. I'm the, hey, hands, look at me, bells and whistles, and Jose barely speaks. He just looks at you like, dude, I'll kill you. Just don't even say a word. And so the comedy from him is even funnier because it's less is more.
Yes. I love that. That's great.
Kevin, I want to ask you.
And Leslie, which was playing the elderly lady that's dying. I mean, everyone knows her from Police Academy. She was, the hot, beautiful blonde in Police Academy, where all the guys see her coming out of the pool with her white T-shirt on. Everyone goes crazy over her. So, she was a joy to work with as well.
Kevin, I wanted to ask you a question that you're probably sick of being asked. Are you related to Tom
No, I'm
Sizemore?
not.
Okay.
I'm not.
You're not. You answered it before I even.
I was going to ask if you ever confused with Tom Sizemore. If somebody's like, wait, you wrote your name wrong on this autograph, Tom Sizemore.
He friended me on Facebook. We've never met face to face, though.
Wow.
My wife's worked with him, but I've never met him.
Wow. Yeah, I was telling Slim on one of our breaks, I thought your wife was in the industry as well. So, like, the whole family.
Yeah, she's a strength and conditioning coach. She's been training for, God almighty, 25 years. I mean, she's been with the top celebrities on the top movies for years, and she's been doing this for a while, and it's remarkable at her job.
Wow. That's amazing. Do you have any upcoming...
But in between all that,
yeah.
I'm coaching basketball and flag football and,
cool.
Gearing up for my boy hitting high school, and
Wow.
that's really what it's about. We do all this crazy stuff so we can hopefully have time to hang out with our little guy and just enjoy life and watch him grow and progress, and hopefully his life is better than ours was.
Yes, that's what I tell my kids all the time. You got to be big. You got to be better than me. You got to be better than me.
Please.
Yes.
Well, listen, if he does one thing that I did right, he'll be good, because I'm married way up. So if he does okay, because he's 10 times smarter than I am and better looking, so if he marries up, he can hit the friggin' jackpot, dude.
We're training our replacements, Kevin. That's what it is.
Yep. You're right.
What as being a dad and him being an actor, are you overprotective of him on a set? Do you ever show up and be like, if you're mean to my son, I'm gonna fuck you up?
Not bad, because I've never heard. There was one time when we were doing a commercial together, and a director was, just a jackass, and he was trying to push too much, and I finally had to step in, and without my son knowing, I think my son was 5 or 6 at the time, and wow. I pretty much said, this is the way it's going to go, and if you don't like it, that's fine. And then when I ended up seeing the commercial, that prick cut me out of the commercial. So,
wow.
So he got his 2 cents worth, and Gunnar made a lot of money on the residuals, and I made a daily rate. So
yeah.
But
wow.
Gunnar carries himself in such a high fashion. He's so mature, and when people meet him on a set or just in daily life, they just see how he handles himself and he carries himself. So he's not falling into a position where, hey, kid, stop doing that. It's just he's another actor. So, I let it roll, and if I ever have to, I would. But
yes,
thank goodness I really don't have to worry about it.
That's great. Going back to intensive care, too, I was going to ask, what is your favorite part of being in that movie?
There are a few scenes in there that was really fun. The one scene that you'll see, I don't want to give any spoilers away to people who haven't seen it, and you can catch it on Amazon Prime. It's all over, online if you want to grab it, but or for yourself. I don't want to spoil it, but there's a scene where that she has captured me in the barn towards the end of the movie, and all I'll say is I had a little bit of snot on my nose, and And when you see that, it's kind of funny because it was so cold. It looked like it was 90 degrees. But we shot this, and it was literally, I think it was 30 degrees, but it looked like it was so sunny and beautiful. And it was, just horribly cold. And instead of me saying, cut, let me just wipe my nose, I just let it go, and I pushed it out, and it's pretty gross, dude. It's really gross.
Is that when you're hanging? Is that when you're hanging by a noose?
Yeah. And it's pretty funny. I thought, even the director was like, what is that? I'm like, dude, it's all inside. I'm blowing it out. It looks great. Shoot, let's go.
Let's go. This is it. This is the take.
and the other one of my favorite parts was when, all the stunt stuff is fun and great, but, I just thought that how they tied Gunnar in as the paper boy, he's so funny because he shows up at the wrong times because someone's getting ready to get killed and you hear, and everyone freezes like, what's going on? And we peek out the window and there's this friggin' paper boy. Hey, where's my money? And we're like, are you kidding me? We can't do it now. It's a matter of, let's shoo this kid away so we can kill someone. And then by the time we shoo the kid away, then the other person's like, hey, you don't have to kill me, but we can do this. We can work together. Well, okay, let's try that. So it's all of this back and forth.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Kevin, do you have any upcoming projects that you could tell us about?
Yeah, man, we have a movie called Mine 9, M-I-N-E 9. It's about the coal mining company, and you can look it up. I think it's mine9themovie.com, if I'm not mistaken. But you just look up Mine 9 movie trailer, and you'll find it. It's based in my home state of West Virginia. We shot it in Georgia. Edwin Mansouri, he was the director on this, and great cast. It's what they did for that amount of money is phenomenal. When you see the trailer, it is riveting. And we're looking forward to that one. The World We Make is coming out in 2019 as well. And we also have a movie called Submission. It's about a guy who was in the military. He came back to try to make it. PTSD's killing him. Before he even went into the military, he was an MMA fighter. So the only way he can make money to save his friend's life is to go back into fighting again. So it's really an interesting MMA military tie-in. Scott Pryor, he's the lead on that one and produced it. So he did a really good job.
Awesome. That's awesome.
What's the?
That's about it for me.
You kind of skipped over what the World We Make is about.
Yeah, The World We Make takes place in Tennessee, and I have lost my oldest son, who was 18, to a car accident. I now have a 17-year-old daughter and a 13-year-old Gunnar, who's my son. And we're trying to move on without things being so crazy, but then all of a sudden I lose my wife as well. So now it's 3 of us, and it was 5, and I'm not taking anything well.
Wow.
So the 2 kids in my household are kind of raising themselves, and I'm kind of going through life. And my son's best friend ends up, without me even knowing it, falling in love with my daughter, and my daughter ends up falling in love with him. And I love him almost as a son myself, but the town's not accepting of it because he's African American. I don't see anything about it. I think it's normal. It's just they fell in love, but the town doesn't like it. And a few kids turn on him and ruin his scholarship to go to college, and he has to make new plans if he's going to end up trying to live the life he wants to live.
Wow. Yeah, that's a powerful piece. Wow.
Yeah. Really, really, really a fun role.
I like that too. I like being brave as an actor, taking a role like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and on that role right there, you got to sometimes my character has to say a lot without saying too much because, he's going through so much hell that he's not going to be like, hey, guys, how you doing? Let's go have some fun. Let's go shoot hoops. He's not that guy.
Yes.
He's more the guy sitting in the car, just you see the weight on his shoulders, and he's thinking about, where's my wife? What would we be doing right now? And, man, I should be doing this car right now with my son. I should be doing this with him. We should be remodeling this, not me by myself. And, it's a lot of weight.
Yeah. That's some heavy stuff. Wow.
It's going to be a good one. We're excited about it. We're excited for 2019 to come out. We have a few irons in the fire for a directing piece that I want to do, and we're in the middle of doing the documentary for the Meadowlark Lemon story. And if you don't know who Meadowlark Lemon was, he was the main guy for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, wow. That's super cool.
You're doing a documentary about him?
Yeah, we're doing his doc. Yeah,
That's
so
Cool.
that's going to be a fun piece, and we're really looking forward to getting that out there. And we're in the final stages of getting it rolling, which is a blast.
Does it
That's cool.
what goes into making a documentary?
After the contracts and after the lawyers, fun stuff. Before that, it's it's crossing the T's and dotting the I's, and everyone's wanting the same thing. But it's got to make sure it says the right thing for everyone so we can get through and get to work. Other than that, the footage has already been shot of him, the interviews. He passed away 3 years ago, unfortunately. But then it gets into showing the footage of where did he grow up and interviews. And, I mean, he touched so many people.
Wow.
The Harlem Globetrotters are in 130 countries.
Yeah.
So it's worldwide. It's not just, hey, we're doing this movie on this guy. No, we're doing a movie about a guy who spread joy to the entire world.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Everybody
It's
knows.
about showing his legacy. And his, him and my son were really close. And, that's how I kind of got to be with him because of Gunnar, because my son used to be on the show Nashville, and he was a fan of the show Nashville. And it just kind of, social media is a weird monster sometimes in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be good, it could be bad. But yeah, that's amazing that I made that connection. That's amazing, Kevin. Kevin, we have to wrap this up, but thank you so much for calling us.
Well, dude, to thank you and give super props to the gentleman who jumped off, because this was completely on me, and I apologize. And anything I can ever do for you guys, literally, it's a phone call. Just let me know.
Absolutely. We'll definitely have you back. Where can everybody find you?
Social media, it's easy. It's at Kevin Sizemore, Instagram, Twitter. I have a page on Facebook that I try to look at it every now and again. But, yeah, just at Kevin Sizemore. And hopefully everyone has a great holiday season. Merry Christmas. And you guys and your families have a great time. And thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, Kevin. Merry Christmas.
You as well, bro. Bye.
Merry Christmas, Tom.
Oh, no.
Just kidding.
You're now listening to J104 FM. I'm sorry, what are we listening to?
Thanks,
Take care,
Kevin.
gentlemen. Have a good one.
You too, Kev.